Hi, East Texas. Hoping you're having a great weekend. We are anticipating some cooler weather moving in as the weekend progresses, and especially as we get to next week. And next week, it's all about that cold front that Saturday afternoon will be stretched out from Winnipeg all the way back to Portland. Not an Arctic front, some cooler Pacific air up here that will eventually move down into East Texas. In the meantime, high pressure retreating, moving away. We have northwest flow around that high pressure system, bringing in some drier air and slightly cooler air, though it's still warm. Sunshine temperatures in the 90s through about Monday, and then that cold front drops in Monday into Tuesday, and that will bring us a chance of rain and temperatures in the 80s. And we have not seen high temperatures in the 80s since the beginning of June, or mid-June, I should say. If you go all the way back to the beginning of June, that's the last time we had temperatures that were below 85, and I think we could see that at some point next week. So much cooler than it has been, and it looks like it's going to stay that way for maybe 6 to 10 days after we get past the weekend again. These aren't bad. These temperatures are close to average Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But look at Tuesday, 81, Wednesday, 83, 85, Thursday, Friday, still below average, Saturday, Sunday, 92 on Monday, sneaking back above average. The 8 to 14 day rainfall outlook. We are very close to average, if not a little bit above, in parts of East Texas. It does dry out over the Great Lakes with below average rainfall likely there. And when we talk about the temperatures, below average temperatures in parts of the Ohio Valley, we head down here into East Texas near to below average temperatures to slightly above average temperatures. So as I showed you, the average high is about 91. So in the next 8 days to 2 weeks, we should have temperatures that are generally in the upper 80s to low to mid 90s. So that's not too bad. I will tell you, I believe we are done with triple-digit heat until next summer. That is certainly some good news. All right, rainfall reports. Let's talk about that since September 1st. No rain yet. And this is as of Friday afternoon. There should be some rain Friday night and Saturday morning. So we're going to put some rain in the gauge in Tyler. Longview, 1/100 of an inch. Lufkin, about 1.25 inches, but all of those numbers are still running a little bit below average for the month of September, except for Lufkin. Current drought index came out. If you missed this when we showed it to you on Thursday, you can see it now. Last week we had parts of Cherokee County and Rusk County in what we would determine as extreme drought. Now the extreme drought runs all the way out toward Henderson County and southward. So you have a large portion now of East Texas under extreme drought. How about winds and wind gusts on Saturday? We'll have an easterly wind at 6 to 9 miles an hour, gusting anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour, turning to the northeast late in the day and gusting to around 12 miles an hour. The reason I bring this up is because those winds will be light enough to the point to where they are going to dry out the air and bring us the possibility of increasing the forecast fire danger across the area. So moderate fire danger in our eastern counties, high fire danger elsewhere, very high fire danger over parts of Houston County. But check this out. Hope is on the way. The rainfall forecast over the next 7 days. Let's break this down for you. This is going to be next 7 days, Friday and Saturday. That's the next 2 days. We should see some of this rain here. As we head into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we're going to add rain. I think Monday and Tuesday will be the bulk of what we see fall. And if you look at the contours and match that with the legend over here, for instance, if you see this light purple area around southern Cherokee County, Alto, Rusk over toward Nacogdoches, that corresponds with 1.25 to 1.5 inches of rainfall. Out toward Dallas, almost 3 inches of rainfall. Over toward Longview, Carthage, and Center, a 1/2 inch to about 1 inch of rainfall. All right, here's future skycast. Starting off Saturday, looks dry, sunny, very nice weather for us Saturday. Temperatures in the mid-90s. Here comes an area of rain from Amarillo to Lubbock. That's the part of the front that starts and begins to push our way. But Sunday, again, very nice day. Lots of sunshine. Your weekend looks terrific with temperatures in the 90s. Very nice late summer days here. Monday morning, we've got a few scattered showers out to the west, and they should be moving in our direction. All right, here are the forecast highs for Saturday. 92 in Mount Pleasant, 92 also in Pittsburgh. We'll see high temperatures in Longview and Tyler right around 94. Henderson up to 95. Palestine and Athens up to 95. Nacogdoches, Lufkin, and Crockett anywhere from 94 to 97 degrees. Hemphill a little bit cooler at 92. So Crockett will be the warmest spot. All right, let's talk about Hurricane Lee. This is Friday afternoon's update. A Category 4 storm. Very powerful, impressive looking hurricane. Forecast to have winds Saturday morning at 145 miles an hour, moving to the west-northwest at generally 13 miles an hour. Winds are gusting up to 185 miles an hour. It's forecast to move by Wednesday of next week. Weaken a little bit to a Category 3 storm. This is the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and also this is Puerto Rico, so maybe some swells toward the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Otherwise, the storm turns and moves away from the Leeward Islands, so any cruises to the Leeward Islands, the seas might be a little bit choppy or bumpy, but at this point right now, it looks like Hurricane Lee will not impact the islands directly. Now we come out here. This is Margot, and Margot is forecast to make a turn and go straight north and not impact anything. So Margot Saturday morning is at that location. Sunday it's here. Tuesday it is moving out to sea, and yet there's another thunderstorm complex near Dakar that comes off the shore and may become our next storm after Margot. So the 2023 hurricane season, we've got Margot now on the board as a tropical storm. Lee is up to a Category 4 storm. So we're all the way down. Nigel would be next, and that one is already starting to show up. So what do we got there? 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 named storms so far, and Nigel will be the 14th named storm. I believe that's right about where the Hurricane Center was making that prediction. All right, let's take a look at tropical trends. We are headed for peak season. Just a couple of days away from the peak of tropical storm season. Hurricanes and tropical storms together peak here. Hurricanes in the yellow. You will see this secondary little peak here once we get into mid-October, and then things begin really to wind down so that by November 30th, the season comes to an end. Here's your Bill Scott and White Texas Spine Joint Hospital 10-day forecast. So mid-90s next couple of days over the weekend. Very nice weekend, in fact. And then 93, partly cloudy on Monday. Rain chances ramp up Tuesday. Highs fall into the lower 80s Tuesday, Wednesday. Stay in the 80s right on through the end of the week. And then Saturday, Sunday, warming back up closer to 90. Thanks for watching CBS 19 Plus. Have a great weekend.